In past videos, I've mentioned Big Alt Med, which is obviously a reference to Big Pharma, the label given to the pharmaceutical industry by the people who are critical of them. And to be fair, that includes me. Big Pharma is a behemoth, and they are an oftentimes dangerous lobby that vocally supports policies that increase their profits to the detriment of the general public. Big Pharma is also a moniker, though, that's used by people who think that all of science-based medicine as a whole is corrupt and useless. These people are the ones who may think vaccines cause autism or that homeopathy is the best way to treat cancer. The vast majority of them rail about Big Pharma while driving their SUVs to Whole Foods to pick up some all-natural alternative medicine from small mom-and-pop companies like Nature's Bounty, Vitamin World, Puritan's Pride, and Sundown. The problem with that is that all of those companies I just named are owned by a single New York company known as NBTY Inc., which has made sales in excess of $2 billion per year in the United States alone. Most supplement sales go to companies like that, or like Unilever or Bayer. In other words, Big Pharma. This is Big Alt Med. It's a $34 billion a year industry that is a vital part of Big Pharma. Big Alt Med came to my mind this week when I read the story of Dr. Pieter Cohen, a Harvard doctor and researcher, who published a study revealing that some weight loss supplements currently on shelves contain a potentially dangerous synthetic chemical similar in structure to amphetamines. Last November, one of the supplement makers sued Cohen for libel, saying that the study was slanderous because the company claims the chemical is derived naturally from a bush, which is not in any way supported by science. Scientific studies of the bush they claim it comes from show that it contains no such compound. It has to be synthetically produced. Jared Wheat is the cowardly, litigious asshole who owns high-tech pharmaceuticals. He came up with the idea for his supplement business while in prison on charges related to hawking ecstasy pills. And even though he ultimately lost his libel case against Cohen, he told Stat News that it was sort of a win because other researchers and science communicators who are interested in educating the public about potentially dangerous substances in their products will see that he was willing and able to spend literally hundreds of thousands of dollars to drag an innocent man through court. Lucky for Cohen, he had the support of Harvard and was backed up by their insurance for up to $5 million, although we began by suing him for more than that. Not every researcher will be quite so lucky, which is why over the past decade, activists have attempted to improve libel laws both here in the United States and abroad in the UK to allow greater freedom for journalists and researchers to criticize wealthy targets with solid evidence and not being afraid of being completely bankrupted by a lawsuit like what Wheat lodged against Cohen. Wheat freely admits that he is hopeful that will all change. All of that activist work will change once Trump is in charge. And it very well might. Trump has been outspoken about his hatred of the free press. And I have no doubt that once in power, he will attempt to chip away at First Amendment rights in the hopes of squelching criticism of himself. It's going to be tough for those of us who try to hold powerful people and industries honest. It could have very serious consequences for outspoken skeptics of people who are hawking these quote-unquote natural therapies. As for Cohen, he has confirmed that he's only going to fight harder than ever. He has a number of new studies coming out that are sure to continue to piss off the greedy quacks who are trying to make a quick buck off an uninformed public. And good for him for not backing down. I hope more people share his story and give him the support he needs to keep going and to inspire other people to not self-censor scientific fact, even if it means that you might be in for a legal battle.